What's happening, world? How you doing out there, this raw entrepreneur Mason? We in season 2. I'm coming to you with another edition of What Time Is It? Success Time. You already know what time it is. It's time to power up, baby. It's time to power up. Listen, we finished talking about consistency last month. I know we're in a different month now, so I told you the next couple of months I'm gonna be doing a series on consistency, discipline, and finally commitment. So the rest of this month, we're going to be talking about discipline. And today, I'm just going to briefly talk to you about discipline, self-discipline, the discipline you need to accomplish your goals and dreams. That's what we're going to talk about just for a few moments here today. I just want to say, before I get into what I'm about to say, I want to say thank you for following. I did put a post on Facebook apologizing for the few days or maybe the week that I was off. I was having to take care of some personal issues, but nevertheless I still had you at heart. So that's why I'm being accountable, because if you remember, if you go back to the last videos of consistency, I talked to you about how consistency can make you and help you be accountable. I also establish a reputation. So this is me being accountable to you, the viewers, the one that listen to me week after week when I post, being accountable to you and let you know that, hey, I'm not just wasting your time. I had some really serious things to deal with, so I had to take care of them, but I'm just being accountable to you because I can't say something to you and I don't do it. So I'll be a hypocrite, and that's something that I'm not. So this raw entrepreneur Mason, apologizing to you and let you know that, I really had something really to take care of that really needed my immediate attention. So with that said, we're going to move forward. So I'm glad I was able to say this to you because this is a real live lesson. I know I've been telling you and giving you points and giving you different things that you can use to help you, but what is better than a real live example? So I'm glad that I was able to be an example at this present time to let you see what I was saying in action. So we'll talk about discipline. And what I want to say about discipline on today is that you have the willpower to be disciplined in whatever area you need to be disciplined in to get to where you want to go. Now, I must warn you and let you know that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. If you talk to any individual that has had some success in life or successful, they all have the same thing in common. That is that they had to have some level or type of discipline to achieve what they achieved. It's nowhere around it, friends. It's nowhere around the world. You got to have some type of discipline to get to where you want to go. For example, when you got your driver license, you can just drive and just run over stuff. You had to be disciplined enough to be able to parallel park, to drive the straightaway, go around the curve. Even when you're in traffic, you got to be disciplined not to want to blow your horn when someone's going 10 in a 45-mile-per-hour lane. You got to be disciplined. You're using discipline all the time. Sometimes we just don't recognize that we are. But discipline help you stay intact. It help you keep things in order, and it help you keep things in place so you won't be all over the place. So the first thing you want to learn about discipline today is to avoid temptation, because our willpower is only so strong. So you want to be able to use self-control, but it can get wear down on you if you keep doing and putting yourself in places where you're tempted to do things that you really don't want to do. For example, if you're on a diet, don't go stock the pantry with junk food. Don't go window shopping trying to get something that you can't afford at the moment. It's only tempting you to make arrangements with the money that you need to pay something else with just to get something to fill that desired temptation that you have for the moment. So don't do that. So the best way to help you have and keep your self-control is to don't use it. Yes. Don't use it. Don't put yourself in a position where you have to use self-control. The best way to protect it is don't use self-control. Meaning, don't tempt yourself. Don't get yourself in a position where you'll be tempted to do and get things that you're not ready to have at the moment. Not saying you will never get them, but at the moment, that's when discipline comes along. So the first lesson today about discipline, my friend, is avoid temptation. You know what your temptations are. You know what you're trying to do. You know what you're going after. You got to avoid temptation, because temptation is everywhere. Not saying you won't fall into it, but the point is, it's not about falling into it and giving into it. It's about getting back up and starting that discipline, because it's going to take time to get to where you can be disciplined in certain areas, because it took time for you to get undisciplined. So it's going to take time for you to get disciplined, because we do things sometimes just because we want to do them. Don't mean they necessarily have to be right all the time, but that's something unlearned. So now you got to discipline yourself, teach yourself, and learn yourself all over how to take that behavior and correct it. Now you got to learn the ways, and that's why I'm here today telling you, you have to be disciplined. You have to avoid temptation, because it's a big thing in today's society, with everything shining and being glamorous in front of us. We have to avoid temptation, and we have to stay focused on the path that we want to take to get to where our goals and our dreams are. And I repeat to you, remember, discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. You can walk that bridge, my friend. You just have to avoid temptation, because all those learned behaviors, you can unlearn them and discipline yourself. You got what it takes. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in you. Until next week, I'm Raw Entrepreneur Mason. Let you know, it's time to power up, baby. You got it, and you know you got it. I'm here to help you and remind you that you're going to keep it. Till next time, power up, give it all you got, because you deserve to be happy. Peace.